Prashant, you being a banker, how did you continue your cricketing in UAE, and how did you scale up yourself to be recognized as a cricketer in UAE?
Yeah, thanks, Valerian. I think cricket is my passion. I think I will quote, I think the earlier discussion between Rajesh and UTTAM with regards to the life partners encouragement. I
Right.
think I need to mention that. Otherwise, I think I might have to, that might be recorded, as they say, for quality and training purposes in the future. Uh, and I think the only complaint my life partner had was after marriage. I think more than showing Dubai, I think I had showed all the cricket grounds in UAE. I guess I think that would take some time for formatting that hard disk, but I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
that will remain forever. I think on a serious note, I think I landed up in Dubai. I think thanks to my uncle, my godfather, in 2002. And like any youngster from coming from India, I think looking for the greener pastures, I came here looking for a job. And I started playing cricket here along with this thing. Cricket was a passion, not as a career option here in UAE. I was lucky enough to be employed by Lloyd's Bank, a MNC bank, with whom I used to play cricket and who had a very good cricket team. There were a couple of international players, one of them who represented the World Cup for UAE, one represented Sri Lankan national team, and a couple of Ranji Trophy players one represented Karnataka and one represented Kerala in the team members. So I think it was a great opportunity for me to be with the team and perform. And I think I had an aggressive style of game back in Mangalore, which I continued back in Dubai, and I clicked automatically. I came to Dubai, and I think I scored a century in 28 balls in one of the games.
Wow.
And I think usually it's Pakistan Pathans who had this, like the
Energy.
Afridis of the world who had this at, and they were wondering like, who's this Pathan who's come from India? Of course, uh, I think that was, I think, my initial days, and I think I played for a couple of Kannadiga teams also in UAE. Like you might have known Martin Arana's Vesta
Yeah,
Shipping.
yeah, yeah.
I played for him. I played alongside. I think those days I think he used to play in this team, and I had the opportunity to play with them. I played for Arab Udupi group of restaurants. I think Uncle was managing it, and then Shekhar Shetty, who's the owner, used to support this team, and I played for them, and eventually we became the A Division champions in UAE. So cricket was not a career option in Dubai, but it was more of a hobby, which I still continued. Where most of my friends were partying on maybe Thursdays or Fridays, most of my Fridays were on the cricket grounds, and it was almost like UAE had 365 days of sunlight. So we had almost those 3 months of like maybe July, August, September. We used to play cricket here, and I think because of this passion, I was always on the ground playing in it. And my performance as a domestic big hitter of the game, I think I had a record of sort of a record of hitting six sixes in a game. I think it was reported in Gulf News, and that record still remains in
Yeah.
UAE. And that among that made me one of the sought after persons to be playing for most of the teams of A Division teams I had played professionally, be it Danube, be it Eurocon, be it Arab Udpi, be it Yogi Group. I think I played with them professionally in the A Division tournaments. And I think I fondly remember the managing director of Danube Group, Mr. Anish Sajan, who's a very avid cricket enthusiast, and who used to fondly call me Shewag of Dubai. I think it was quite a compliment as
Wow.
such. And I used to, I think at the end of it, I think after Lloyd's Bank, I used to play for a team called Nukaf Talicheri under CTK Nasir, who was quite encouraging. And at the same time, I think being with this cricketers always made me improve, develop as a cricketer. I also had the opportunity to, as Rajesh mentioned earlier, to represent UAE Ambassadors 11 in a couple of tournaments, four nation tournaments, which was participated by India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and Bangladesh. Which I led the teams in both occasions to win the tournament. So one was the brand ambassador was Kapil Dev. I had an opportunity to meet him, and one was our own Kannadiga great Erapalli Prasanna. Was the brand ambassador. So this was some of the memories I had playing cricket. This being a banker and cricket was easier. I think banking was a profession which earned me a livelihood. Cricket was a passion
Passion.
which took care of my emotional needs.
Right.
And which would take me away from all the stress as well as keep me healthy here in UAE.
What we are trying to say this now to the people that each profession you can continue with your skill, develop it, and you can make it as a full-time profession. You
Correct.
can definitely be a very good master of ceremonies, or you can be a very good cricketer, or you can be a very good musician and singer. This is what we are trying to say, because if you have got a skill, and if you can passionately continue it, put your hard work towards it, I think you are going to excel. What do you say?
Absolutely, Valerian. I think it is important. I think you follow your dreams, but I think it's an important message to the parents also. Now I'm being a coach. I think is that leave the kids to follow their dreams. Like
Right.
my parents encouraged me and gave me that freedom. Don't live your dreams. Don't, as parents, don't live your dreams through your children. Let them make their own dreams and live it. I think that's a key message which I'm trying to give here. However, for the kids, you should have the freedom to achieve your dreams. You can have role models, but build yourself what you have to go ahead with.
Apart from cricket, which other sports or field events which you played, and your achievements in other sports and field events, can you share how you balanced your studies and sports, and now work, family, and sports? Because this is very important for the present generation.
Yeah, absolutely, Valerian. I think I remember when I was not selected in seventh standard to represent my Milagres school in cricket tournament. That's where I tried my hand in other sports, and that led into me participating in athletics, hockey, and volleyball. Among those three, in athletics and hockey, I represent my district in the state level championship, and also in volleyball, we were the runners up in the district level championship. So remembering my old days in KREC, I was the All India REC champion in athletics, which is again conducted among all the RECs in Warangal. With regards to balancing studies and work, I was not a genius or a brilliant student. I was a good student, and I used to balance between when I need to study, I used to study, and when I had to do my extracurricular activities, I used to do that. And I think looking back on those years, I fondly remember the time I put into extracurricular activities, which was quite important in shaping my personality as well as my career. And similar to the introduction Rajesh had, following on his footsteps, I represented the Karnataka and Goa Directorate in 1993 as a Air Wing Best Cadet, and following which I got selected for the Youth Exchange Program as a Youth Ambassador of the country.
You were the lucky one.
Sorry?
Yeah. You were the lucky one, I said. I missed it. You were the lucky one, I said.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I think those are the memorable times I had. It was quite
because NCC, I believe NCC also was played a major role in our life, because your discipline and all, discipline, running and marching, it has actually played a major role in our life, I feel.
Absolutely. I think I'm quite disciplined in my life with the timekeeping and all those things. These are all things which I've got from NCC, and I'm quite grateful to it. I think through NCC, I got closer to the Indian Army, Air Force, and Naval and Navy, and how they conduct themselves. We were lucky to get their training, how they have been trained. So I think these are the quite important areas in my career, my earlier career, which has shaped me as who I am at the moment. And it's quite important, I think, also to have this extracurricular activities within your curriculum, and these are quite important in shaping up your career.
You are a coach now. Tell us more about your coaching life, and how did you manage during this pandemic?
Yeah, thanks, Rajesh. Yeah, I'm a proud holder of ICC Global Level 3 Coach, which is the highest level coaching certification, which I think is only bestowed to 16 persons from all over the world.
Wow.
Per year. I think maybe I'm the only one at the moment from Karnataka, or there are a couple of guys who are now finishing their certification this year. I think I wanted to mention that once I came towards end of my cricketing career, I think the thought came to my mind is what next, and I think the best thing is to give back to the game what it has given you a lots, and that is where I think I chose coaching as my career. I think, I mean, being a teacher earlier, I think nothing gives you more satisfaction than giving the information back to the students or the trainees.
What is your message to people amidst living with Corona? And the second part, what is your call to viewers to support News Karnataka and why?
Okay, I think my response to the first question is I reiterate, I think what I think Uttam told earlier. Uh, it's important for you to stay positive and don't let the negative thoughts and messages affect you. Uh, I think everybody has got problems. Everybody will go through situations where I think you would be challenged. You need to stay strong, and the bad times will just pass by. So just stay positive. The second thing I'm saying is
But
follow
the report
social.
should come negative.
Absolutely. And
Okay.
the second point I'm going to say is follow social distancing norms laid down by the government. Don't be adventurous and stay safe for yourself, your family. It is very important. And remember that precaution is better than cure. Don't try to test yourself to go through the pandemic or anything else when it's not worth it.
Right.
Come to a second question, Valerian. I think you have heard me, I decided to give back to sports what I've learned over the years. I applaud Valerian and as well as the News Karnataka team and your various media houses for giving back to the society, which is values, media education, which you are planning to give it across to people, effective journalism, and of course this show which is talent recognition through your network. I congratulate you for such a wonderful initiative. And the second thing is, in current times where you hear the news is so biased,
Right.
your vision to be make sure that I think you provide unbiased journalism to people, which is very important and which definitely will help in shaping up the nation's development and creative thinking among the people. It is very important that I think the right messages are given to people and you are not being misled through all the fake stories you get to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I congratulate you and I wish you best luck in this.